What if the one thing killing your energy, confidence, and desire isn't your age, but a simple mistake happening in your mouth every single night? I'm talking about the slow death of circulation, the kind that leaves you wondering why your morning wood disappeared, why intimacy feels distant, and why no pill ever seems to fix the real problem. For thousands of men over 60, it starts with a feeling they can't explain. Just a quiet loss of strength, a slow fading of who they used to be. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear might change everything. My name is Dr. Mary Blake. I'm a board-certified urologist with over 30 years of experience helping men over 60 restore their vitality, circulation, and sexual confidence without relying on pills or painful procedures. I've seen what works and what quietly robs men of their manhood without them even realizing it. Here's the truth. You were told that this is just aging, but the truth is your body is still capable of strong natural erections, deep, restful sleep, and hormone balance. The problem is, nobody showed you how to unlock it. In this video, I'll walk you through a 60-second daily ritual using a tiny spice you've probably ignored your entire life. I'll show you how this one compound, when used the right way and at the right time, can boost blood flow, sharpen your mornings, and even help you feel more connected to your partner within 7 to 14 days. This is the exact method I teach my real patients. Men in their late 60s and 70s who thought they were broken and now say they feel alive again. And if you ignore this, it doesn't just stay the same, it gets worse. Don't miss this. It could be the most important thing you hear this year. Watch until the end. You were told this is just aging, that losing your erection strength after 60 is normal, that waking up without morning wood, feeling distant in bed, or avoiding intimacy altogether is just part of getting older. But the truth is far more urgent and far more fixable, because what's happening to your body isn't just about libido or age. It's about your blood, your circulation, and a slow, silent shutdown that most men never even see coming. You see, inside your body are tiny blood vessels no wider than a strand of hair. These vessels are responsible for delivering blood exactly where a man needs it most. But over time, they start to stiffen. They narrow, they clog with inflammation and years of stress. Not all at once. Slowly, quietly, until one day you realize something's missing, but you can't quite explain what. But stay with me, because it gets worse. Once those vessels begin to shut down, your body sends signals. Weak or fading erections, a heavy numb feeling in your lower body, deeper fatigue in the mornings, trouble feeling present with your partner. But most men ignore it. They blame age. They give up. And that's where the real damage begins. And if you think that's bad, listen to this. That same poor circulation affects your sleep. Oh no. Your heart, your hormones, even your brain. It's not just about performance in bed. It's about how you show up as a man, how you feel when you look in the mirror. Whether you walk into your day feeling like yourself or like someone fading into the background. They told you pills were the answer, but the truth is, no pill can restore your natural ability to feel alive again. You were taught to be ashamed to even ask, to accept a decline, to stay silent, but silence is the most dangerous symptom of all. No one wants to say this, but you need to hear it. I remember a man named Robert, 67, retired firefighter, widowed. He sat across from me in my office and said, "Doc, I feel invisible. I feel like my manhood has shut down, not just in bed, but in life." He wasn't looking for a miracle. He just wanted to feel connected again. Present, like a man. But he'd been told this is just what happens. So he waited. And by the time he came to me, his circulation was barely functioning. His sleep was wrecked. His confidence was gone. And sadly, he's not the only one. There are thousands of men walking around with the same silent damage. Tired, disconnected, ashamed, but too proud or too afraid to ask for help. And they suffer alone. When the truth is, there is something you can do. Something natural, something simple, something that starts to work in just 60 seconds a day. Stay with me, we're not done yet. You need to hear what comes next, because once you understand the real cause behind this shutdown, you'll finally understand how to take your strength back. And that's just the beginning. Secret 1. Clove and eugenol, the natural vessel opener. Let's start with the one spice most men overlook. Clove, wine tani. Something you might have seen in your kitchen during the holidays or sitting in the back of the pantry for years. But inside this tiny dried flower bud is a natural compound with big power. It's called eugenol. And it's not just responsible for that warm, spicy aroma. It's one of nature's strongest natural vasodilators. That means it helps your blood vessels relax and open up, especially the small, stiff, restricted ones that affect your performance down there. You were taught that pills were your only option. But the truth is, pills force the process. Clove restores it. Pills push blood into the area for a few hours. Then you're back where you started. Eugenol works with your body. It helps your vessels function the way they used to. Gently, naturally, without side effects or scary risks. Many men don't realize this, but your blood vessels are lined with tiny muscles. Over time, stress, sugar, and age make those muscles tighten. That's why your circulation slows and your erection fades. Eugenol helps those muscles relax again. And when they do, blood flows freely, right where you want it. I remember a patient named Charles, 71, widowed. He'd given up hope. Nothing had worked. But after just a few days of using whole cloves the right way, he told me something had shifted. He said, "Doc, it's like something woke up inside me. Not just in my body, in my head. I fell. In how I carry myself. That's the power of a compound most men have never even heard of. It's not a miracle. It's biology. Stay with me, because the next part shows you exactly how to unlock it. Secret 2. The 60-second chewing method. How to do it right. Most men who try clove do it wrong. They sprinkle the powder into tea, swallow capsules, or chew and spit it out too fast. But here's the truth. It's not just what you use, it's how you activate it. Eugenol needs to be absorbed directly through the soft tissues in your mouth, not your stomach, not your gut, your mouth. Here's the exact method I give my patients. Start with 2 or 3 whole cloves, not powder, not oil, just the dried flower buds. Place them between your back molars and gently bite until they crack open. Don't chew yet. For the first 30 seconds, just let the oils sit. Let them mix with your saliva. That's when eugenol starts moving through the thin membranes in your mouth and straight into your bloodstream. Then, slowly chew for the next 30 seconds. Release every drop of oil. After that, you can swallow the pieces or spit them out. Doesn't matter. The active compounds are already working. This isn't a supplement. It's a ritual. A 1-minute habit that reminds your body how to perform again, naturally. I had a patient, Harold, 73. He'd been taking clove in his tea for weeks. No change. But after I walked him through this method, He called me 5 days later and said, "Doc, I felt heat down there I haven't felt in years." Stay with me, because the timing of this method makes all the difference. And you're about to learn exactly when to do it for maximum results. Secret 3. The golden time to chew clove, when it works best. You could chew clove every day and still not feel a thing if your timing is off. I've seen it over and over. A man follows the right method but gets no results. Why? Because he chews it at the wrong time. And when it comes to restoring blood flow and hormone balance, timing is everything. The best time to chew clove is about an hour before bed. That's when your body naturally starts to wind down. Your blood pressure drops. Your nervous system shifts into repair mode. And most importantly, your testosterone production begins for the night. Chewing clove before bed sets the stage for deep sleep, steady circulation, and hormone recovery, all while you rest. The second best time is first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Your vessels are more responsive. Your system is clean. And clove can jumpstart your circulation before the day pulls you in different directions. Some men also chew it before a workout or before intimacy, like priming the engine before you turn the key. One of my patients, Gerald, 68, used to chew clove every afternoon. He said he barely noticed anything. I asked him to move it to nighttime. Within 2 weeks, he told me his sleep felt deeper, and for the first time in years, he woke up feeling solid again. You were taught that time doesn't matter. But the truth is, your body responds best when you align with its natural rhythm. Stay with me, because next, we'll talk about the hidden enemy that's been blocking your hormones all along. Secret 4. How clove lowers stress and lifts natural testosterone. When a man tells me he feels tired, disconnected, and like a shadow of himself, I don't just look at his testosterone levels. I look at his stress. Because what most men over 60 don't realize is that stress is the silent killer of hormones, especially the ones that make you feel like a man. Your body makes cortisol when you're under pressure, bills, family worries, health fears. And when cortisol goes up, testosterone drops. Every time. They're chemical enemies. And you can't produce strength, desire, or deep sleep when your body thinks it's under attack. This is where clove becomes more than a spice. It contains a powerful compound called beta-caryophyllene. This natural agent communicates directly with receptors in your brain that control, calm, focus, and balance. Within minutes of chewing clove, many men feel clearer, lighter, even emotionally stronger. Not drugged, not sedated, just safe again. I had a patient named Don, 69, married but drifting apart from his wife. Labs looked fine. Testosterone numbers weren't terrible, but he felt numb, empty. He was carrying years of quiet stress that no one saw. Once we added clove into his nighttime routine, he told me something shifted. He said, "Doc, for the first time in months, I feel like I can breathe again. You were told to just tough it out. But the truth is your hormones can't heal in a body that's stuck in survival." Stay with me, because what happens next while you sleep might surprise you even more. Secret 5. How clove deepens sleep and rebuilds your manhood. Sleep isn't just about rest. It's where your body repairs itself, where your hormones come back online. And for men over 60, it's where most of the recovery should happen, if your sleep is deep enough. But here's the problem. Most men tell me they sleep, but they wake up tired. Or worse, they're up every 2 hours like clockwork. And that's when testosterone production crashes. You see, your body releases the majority of its testosterone during deep, non-REM sleep. That's when your system shuts down stress, clears inflammation, and starts to rebuild what's been slowly fading: circulation, energy, and yes, erections. But when your sleep is shallow or broken, that process never starts. You wake up groggy, unmotivated, and disconnected from your body. This is where clove does something most men never expect. Oregano opens the blood vessels. Beta-caryophyllene calms the nervous system. Together, they help you enter deeper stages of sleep, faster and longer. Not just sleep, recovery. Sleep now. One of my patients, Franklin, 70, had struggled with sleep for years. Light sleeper. Mine. Always waking up at 3 a.m. After a week of chewing clove before bed, he came back and said, "Doc, I'm dreaming again. And I'm waking up with something I haven't felt in years." You were told fatigue is just part of getting older. But the truth is, most men are just stuck in a shallow cycle that blocks their own healing. Stay with me, because the next secret starts where no one's looking, inside your mouth. Secret 6, how gum health impacts erections and why clove fights back. Most men never connect their gums to their erections. But I need you to hear this clearly. Your mouth could be silently shutting down your manhood. I've seen it again and again. Weak blood flow. Fatigue. No morning wood. All while the real problem is hiding just behind your teeth. Here's what's happening. Your gums are one of the fastest ways bacteria enter your bloodstream. When you have bleeding gums, hidden plaque, or even mild gum disease, inflammation spreads like wildfire. And guess what gets hit first? The tiny blood vessels responsible for erections. They clog. They narrow. New cell. They shut down. Think of it like trying to pump water through a hose filled with mud. The pressure might still be there, but the flow? Blocked. Dying. And no pill on earth can fix that kind of blockage. Clove helps in 2 ways. Eugenol is a powerful natural antiseptic. It kills bacteria at the gum level, and when you chew whole cloves, those oils go straight to the source, soothing inflammation right where it starts. Cleaner gums mean cleaner blood, and cleaner blood means better flow where it counts. I had a patient named Carl, 66, divorced, tired. Nothing had worked. Then one day he casually mentioned his gums bled every time he brushed. That changed everything. We added clove. Within weeks, not only was his mouth healthier, but his circulation improved. And so did his confidence. You were taught that dental health is about teeth, but the truth is, it could be the missing link in your sex life. Stay with me, because now that you've seen the 6 secrets, I'll show you how to put them all together, step by step. They told you chewing cloves was enough, that as long as you took it once a day, it would work. That you could sprinkle some powder in your tea or take a capsule and see real results. But the truth is, most men over 60 make this mistake, and it's the reason they stay stuck. You see, it's not just what you take, it's how you take it. And if you're doing it wrong, your body never gets the signal to heal. But stay with me. I've seen so many men come into my office frustrated. They say, "Doc, I tried clove. Nothing happened." Then I ask how they're using it, and almost every time it's the same answer. Powder, oil, down, time, swallowed, whole, midday after lunch. No structure, no intention. That's like trying to start a car without turning the key. It's not your fault. No one ever showed you the right way. But if you don't absorb eugenol through your mouth, you miss its effect entirely. And if you take it at the wrong time, your hormones can't respond. And if you think that's bad, there's more you need to know. Because doing it wrong doesn't just waste time. It gives you a false sense of failure. You start to believe your body can't respond anymore. You lose trust in yourself. You give up on the one thing that could have worked, if only it had been used the right way. Most men don't even realize it's happening until it's too late. They told you aging means less drive. But the truth is, stress and blocked circulation are doing most of the damage. You were taught to keep quiet about it, to not ask questions, to not admit what's really going on. But your silence is feeding the problem. No one wants to say it, but you need to hear it. I'm here to tell you the truth. Because this is too important to keep silent about. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're not alone. You're a man who was never given the right information. And maybe you've carried shame about this for years. Maybe you've tried and failed and felt embarrassed. But I promise you, your body still knows how to respond. It just needs the right support. The right method. The right moment. Stay with me. I'm going to help you change this. We've covered what not to do. Now it's time to give you something better. A real plan. A simple routine you can follow. One that works with your body, not against it. You need to hear what comes next. And that's just the beginning. Knowing the science is not enough. Hearing about clove and eugenol and how they help is just the beginning. Without a plan, knowledge is useless. What matters now is what you do today, what you do tomorrow, and what you do consistently from here on out. That's how change happens. Not with more talk, but with action. So let's make this real. Here's the exact plan I give my patients. It's simple, clear, and built for men over 60. Start by getting a small jar of whole dried cloves. Not powder, not capsules, whole buds. Keep it somewhere visible, your kitchen counter, your nightstand. Somewhere you won't forget. Every night, about 1 hour before bed, take 2 or 3 cloves. Place them between your back molars and gently bite until they crack. Don't chew right away. Let the oil sit in your mouth for 30 seconds. Then, slowly chew for another 30. After that, you can swallow or spit. It doesn't matter. What matters is that those active oils have already entered your bloodstream. Do this once a day. No skipping. No guessing. And right. Just 60 seconds of quiet focus. If mornings work better for you, on an empty stomach, that's okay too. But stick to one time and build the habit. Some of my patients chew before a walk or light exercise to boost circulation. Others use it before intimacy for better presence and performance. It doesn't have to be complicated. Why does this work so well? Because it speaks your body's language. The clove oils absorb directly through the membranes in your mouth. That means no digestion delay, no waiting hours like with pills. Eugenol opens your blood vessels. Beta-caryophyllene calms your nervous system. Together they tell your body it's safe to heal, safe to rebuild, safe to be a man again. You can do this. You don't need perfection. Just consistency. Just 1 minute of action every day. And even if you've been stuck for years, even if you feel like your best days are behind you, This is how you start to feel alive again. You're not too old to begin. You're not broken. You're just waiting for a new rhythm. Stick with me. I want you to try this. And there's even more you need to know. Because when this plan meets the right mindset, everything starts to shift. Stay with me. I'm not done helping you yet. You've just learned the 6 core secrets I share with real patients. Men over 60 who once believed their best days were behind them. You now understand how one small spice called clove contains eugenol and beta-caryophyllene, powerful natural compounds that restore blood flow, calm your nervous system, rebuild testosterone, improve sleep, and even protect your gums from silent inflammation. This isn't a gimmick. This is not just talk, it's real medicine, rooted in biology, backed by experience, built for men like you. And if you ignore it, if you keep doing what hasn't worked or hope things change on their own, you risk more than disappointment. You risk drifting further from yourself, from connection, from confidence, from the vitality that still lives inside you. And I don't want that for you. I know this topic isn't easy to talk about. I know you've been told to keep it quiet, suck it up, and accept decline. But I need you to hear me now. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're just disconnected from the tools that actually work. You can change this. You can feel strong again, alive again, and seen again. If this video spoke to you, subscribe now. Click the bell so you don't miss the next truth I share. And leave a comment below if you feel hopeful, type 1. If you're still unsure, type 0. Either way, don't stay silent. Join the conversation. Let other men know they're not alone. Thank you for staying with me all the way to the end. That tells me you're serious, and I respect that. I'm Dr. Mary Blake, and I'll be here every step of the way. Stay with me. More truths are coming your way.